Hello and welcome to this video tutorial where I'll be introducing the basic requirements for your setup in case you want to deploy OPNFV. I'm going to show you Foreman deployment procedure. Foreman Quickstack is one of the two deployment tools offered as part of OPNFV Release 1. These informations are of course included in documentation for both projects, and Foreman deployment requirements are here in installation guide. So first thing you need to decide is whether you want to deploy on virtual environment or bare metal. Apparently, when there is only one server available, there is no choice. But the network configuration doesn't need your attention. But you need to ensure your host satisfy list outlined below, which is CentOS 7 pre-installed, root access, no other hypervisors installed, because deployment procedure installing VirtualBox which may conflict with any other hypervisors, at least 3 network interfaces with IP address, internet access for downloading packages because everything is installed from the internet. For virtual deployment, there is required to have at least 24 gigs of RAM. OPNFV main goal is to run a VNF for real. The official OPNFV setup for OPNFV Arno is bare metal deployment to 6 nodes in total. 1 jump host, it is where installer runs, 3 control nodes to allow for deployment with high availability, and 2 compute nodes, so you can have at least 2 VNF on different servers. So when you want to deploy to bare metal, you need to ensure that your network has not running any DHCP or TFTP or PXE server, because Foreman jump host will act as all these mentioned servers. As already mentioned, 3 separate VLANs into which you will have network interfaces connected. There is also required to have it in specific order, and it is first must be admin, which will act as PXE network, second private, and the third should be public, which will be connected to the internet. The nodes you're going to deploy require to have IPMI, IP, and IPMI. MAC address as well as user and password must be provided to Foreman by editing the YAML file. You will learn about this in the second video, where I'll show you how to start the deployment procedure. The last but not least is ensuring that servers are configured in correct boot order. Nodes must be set to boot from PXE, and the following boot device has to be disk. Once Foreman will install the base system through PXE boot, it reboots nodes, but this time PXE will not be provided to them, and second boot device is used. The best way to look at the topology is to find a picture of it, and there are a couple of pictures on OPNFV wiki, which shows 1 jump host, 3 interfaces, 3 control nodes, and 2 compute nodes.